When my mom first found out she was sick and she told us, she acted like it was no big deal and that she didn't need us to take her to a doctor's appointment or schedule for her, or, she could handle it. She'd take care of it in her own way, in her own time. And we sort of struggled with that because we knew how serious it was and we wanted to be involved. We wanted to help take care of her. And, one of the big battles we had early on was letting her let us be involved. And she'd say, I can take myself to radiation. I can drive myself. You don't need to drive me. And we finally came up with an answer that we kept telling her, you know what, Mom? You spent all those years taking care of us. Let us give back a little bit.
The stress of my mom's illness was, I would say, different for every person in our family. And daily, it just, maybe some person had a little bit more stress. I think it was stressful on my mom. I think she didn't want us to worry about her, so she tried to be really strong and I'm fine, don't worry, all those things, and tried to have a positive outlook on it.
So just slowly, little things started to change, and it just seemed like overnight it went from needing a little help to needing a lot of help.
In all honesty, my home life suffered. My husband was terribly neglected, although really that's just terribly unfortunate for him. I don't feel bad about it in the least, and I used to say all the time, I'm never going to get another chance to take care of my mother. This is it. This is the last thing I can do for her. And so I never once felt bad leaving my house messy to go clean hers.
I was blessed because I had the opportunity to live next door to my mom. I bought the house next door to where I grew up, and so it was very comforting to me. But that also put me in a role of the family caregiver because I was next door. And it was challenging because I felt like it was my responsibility 24/7 to take care of her. My sisters did so much too. I mean, one sister took care of finances, one took care of doctor's appointments, but I just felt like I always had to watch her in the house just to make sure nothing was wrong.
We just sort of all found our own way to help with that stuff, but we all did it differently because we're very different personalities, and some things worked, some things didn't, and if we found that one sibling had a way of getting that whatever we needed done, we would let them do it.
You have to have open communication. You have to know that your way isn't necessarily the right way, that there is no right way to get through this. It's just a way through it. And not everything you deal with is pretty or easy or nice. It's complicated, it's scary, it's overwhelming.
Someone's stress or emotion is tied to, your parent is sick and eventually will pass away. And it is really hard, and it's different for every person in your family, and really try to take that into consideration. And if they say something or do something that maybe is out of character, it's they're hurting, and everybody deals with grief differently.
Sometimes it's okay not to be in charge. There's a lot, we have a very dynamic personalities in our family, and we're all hard workers, and so it's hard to let somebody else be in charge of you, especially when you're not used to that. But in this situation, you sort of have to let go of the things that you can't control and contribute where you can contribute.
Sharing the care between siblings was incredible, because I think it brought the siblings closer together. We're working on the same goal. Always, being there for my mom.
It's about being part of the process, about being there for the people that love you and you love, and not missing. I mean, it's a part of your history, it's a part of your story. It becomes a part of who you are as you age, and so to not miss that by being the privilege of being around for that, you get the benefit of sharing the end of someone's life, which is a gift, and you don't want to miss out on the gifts that you're given in life.
Know that you'll deal with things that aren't always pleasant or happy. There's a lot of sadness. Grieve along the way. You need to grieve through this because it's hard and it's complicated. But the one thing in life is everyone dies at some point, and you need each other. You need each other to get through it.
I think the most rewarding thing about being a family caregiver is the opportunity to just spend those last moments with the person you love and tell them how you feel, and it was awesome. I wouldn't have changed one thing.